Hey guys, and welcome to this video of trying out opposite sex makeup and putting it to the test. I know I look like a half-baked caramel croissant, and that is just because I have half of my face done with makeup and the other half is just the eye makeup and the lip makeup. But I think we're going to be getting into it with the new Revolution Man skin tint and also the primer. Now, since I've only done half of my face, I'm going to tell you the products that I've used. I have used a primer, the e.l.f. Blemish Fighting Putty Primer that I've loved so much. Now this is also reviewed on my channel and I'm going to link it right here. Alright, so since you already know from the title that we are going a different route today by trying out the men makeup from Revolution Man, and since we were trying out the drugstore products from Revolution Man, I did want to go in with another drugstore skin tint so that we can really compare and put it to test, and it's also fair. Now this brings me to my next point, which is there were only 5 shades of this men's skin tint when we're becoming such an inclusive society and we're encouraging shade ranges across the spectrum. Why leave men behind? So since I was only choosing from a light, medium, tan, dark and deep, I did not have much of a choice to really go pick up my color shade and find the best match to me, which is why I'm holding the medium shade. Now this one retails for about 10 Canadian dollars and has 26 ml of product. Let's open this up, and I'm going to be removing the seal right now since I've not opened this up just yet. Alright, so here is the product. Now let's open this up, and it comes in this beautiful black tube. But while I'm opening this up, I wanted to share with you that I read that this product actually comes out white on the skin, and it's supposed to have some micro encapsulated pigments that really burst off the foundation color, which we're expecting to be a medium shade, and it starts to match your skin tone to really give you a natural looking finish. Now only if that does happen, then I should not be getting mad at all the shade range, but for that we will have to see by trying this out. So now that I have the tube with me, it seems to be a very easy to use packaging, a screw-on cap and a very thin nozzle, which is what I love, and it's easier to bring out the product with this. No hassles and a clean form makes me very happy. Now let's try this on the back of my hand. Now this does come out at the back of my hand as a white cream, but if you look closely, and I'll probably zoom you in if it's not visible, but they're almost like little black dots, and I'm hoping those are the color pigment which will start to show up on my skin. Now let's try and spread this right here, and it's still feeling like a very moisturizer kind of feeling. It definitely does feel moisturizing, but I'm not very sure about the skin tint. I don't see any tint as such on my skin anymore. It does feel a little bit silicone based moisturizer, but nothing more. I don't see a beautiful tint that would really hide a little bit of my green toned veins. Now that we've swatched it, let's start the application on this side of my face because I'm really waiting to actually finish up this makeup. Now just before we try on this skin tint, I have to go in with another product that I did buy with this product, which is the Revolution Man Blur Skin Prime Primer. I'm definitely looking forward to this because I did not expect men's products to have a primer. I assumed that that would be part of the skin tint. It felt little silicone-y, so I assumed that, but I was probably wrong, and I'm gonna have to go in and try this out as well. So let's open this up. Since this is also from the men's collection, oh my god, so this is unfortunately already out. I hadn't opened it, but I just realized that the product has already spilled over, which is not the best thing to get from a brand. Now this does retail for about 7 Canadian dollars and has 17 ml of product, though I'm not sure how much is actually left now. It's supposed to be mattifying, so let's try this on as well. I have already prepped my skin with skincare moisturizer and a tad bit of sunscreen. So while I open this up, I'm hoping, oh, unfortunately my cap also broke, so I'm going to have to really make this work. Now, apart from the spillage, the packaging is actually clean. I like it. It's a small dark tube with a nozzle right at the top, which is very easy to bring out the product. The product itself that I see from the spillage is actually a clear gel, which seems to be very thick. Alright, so let's take out a little bit of what is left and apply it to my face. Okay, so the nozzle isn't really working for me. Unfortunately, this product is already seeming like a fail, but that's probably because of the packaging and it's all that spillage. Now that I've applied the primer, it does feel a tad bit sticky, which is great. I'm really hoping that the Revolution Man Skin Tint works now, because that's my last hope. The primer itself does have like a dimethicone feeling, and since one of its ingredients is salicylic acid, I'm happy to add it to my skincare. It does feel like it has a little bit of a blurring feeling, so I'm hoping that it has filled up my pores, but it's nothing unusual from a women's primer, which is from the same brand, Revolution Beauty. Now, I will be going in with the skin tint in the medium shade. It definitely comes out a little bit white. So let's apply a little bit of the product so we don't have to worry if the tint is very deep. Now, since the product is very cream feeling, I am going to use my fingers to actually rub this in. After my application, I don't really feel like any of the skin tint look and feel is really coming through, which is kind of sad. It almost feels like a moisturizer on my face as well. And none of my blemishes or even the littlest of spots is it hiding, which is not something that you expect from a skin tint. Now that the application is complete, here is the result. And here are my thoughts. Why are we excluding the pigmented skin men who want to really cover up their blemishes, sunspots, or just anything for that matter? Why is this so basic, almost a skin moisturizer and not a skin tint, and yet tagged as a skin tint? I am getting pretty mad about this, expecting that it would have had some tinting effect, since it very clearly states that it is for a medium or a deep or a tan shade. But what it necessarily is a silicone infused moisturizer that essentially does nothing. Now, this was definitely a fail, so I'm going to go in with my Rimmel London foundation to really finish up this side of the face, because this is definitely nothing more than a moisturizer, and I'm kind of sad about this. But that is all, beautiful people, for this test of the men's skin tint. If you enjoyed hanging out with me, don't forget to smash that like button and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will see you in my next video next week, but until then, you take care, love yourself, and stay safe. Bye!